working on the parrots with them for an hour or two a day, and he taught me all the secrets of parrots of the moon, including the fact that pet stores with large birds were always located near jewelry stores, because people would walk in and play with the parrots, and the parrots would grab people's wedding rings in their beaks and fuse them to the person's finger, and then they had to be rushed to the jewelry store across the mall to have it removed. So I became proficient, adept in the care and feeding of bigger birds, and I fell in love with an African gray parrot.
Oh my God!
African grays are among the smallest parrots, and they have the capacity for speech. They can learn up to 800 words and actually form some sort of grammatical sentences. And there was one particular bird that I devoted all my attention to. And one day, after I felt that I was capable of taking care for a bird, I bought it. And I took it home. And this was greeted with understandable concern. And let's just say that Jackie absented herself from the house during dinner, and I was left with the African gray, whom I had named Nucci Feinschmecker. And I decided to get down to training very early in our relationship. So I put Nucci on my arm. Now, domesticated birds have their feathers clipped so they can't really fly. And I put Nucci on my arm and started the bonding process and building trust. And the first thing that Nucci responded to, the trust building exercise, was she hopped on the frames of my glasses and rode them down until she stuck her talon through my eyelid. And I could feel her talon on my eyeball. And I was not happy. And so what I did was, excuse me, Charles, I very gingerly, as she wrote the glasses down, there was one moment that I knew that I had an opportunity when she was as stunned as I was. And so I grabbed the talon and I aimed it out of my eyelid, and I prevented it from piercing my eyeball. But the net consequence of this was that Nucci, in a panic, flew off of my glasses down to the floor, hit the carpet, which was a beige carpet, broke her wing, and a spout of blood 3 feet long emerged from her wing and stained the carpet. So I ran to the phone, and I called her back because we also had a dog and a cat. And that said, I'm sorry I don't do birds. And I gave the name of someone about 40 miles away. Right now it's about 8:30 at night. So I called the number, and oddly enough, surprisingly enough, he was working late. And he told me that I came out immediately to return to Nucci. But it would cost me triple his normal rate. So I went out to this rural event, and I walked in, and he greeted Nucci and told me